again, we've got professors in that report who are medically trained and are differing. So it's going to be a very, very serious mountain to climb for IEC. Because IEC by tonight must respond to our papers. IEC tonight must respond to every person who has applied. And it was very, very ironic of IEC because of, in terms of going to constitutional court, political parties, especially us at local level, we were not cited. Not even one political party was listed in the papers. That's why we have used what do we call intervening. Intervening is a method which you apply when you want to be part of the court proceedings. And we stated our reasons very clear. And even today, we will file a last papers to Concord. We will file last papers to IEC because of there must be separation of powers. IEC doesn't have a mandate. If we can allow the Constitution to be amended, we are opening a very serious can of worms. Because in future, we will have another political party that will approach Concord on agent basis to say, you must amend the Constitution. In future, we will have a president who will be saying, no, Constitutional Court, you need to extend my term for 10 years, or you need to extend my term for 8 years because of 1, 2, 3, 4. So nothing and no one is above the Constitution. And the impossibilities in terms of law must be addressed on time. It was evident during a lot of cases that IEC have lost. I can name a case in 2009 of Ritchie versus IEC. We can name a case of CAM versus IEC. Basically, IEC has never won even one case. So it's gonna be a miracle. It's gonna take a miracle for IEC to win this case. And we're gonna make sure that IEC takes us serious. In their papers, IEC went further to say they've only consulted parties which are in parliament. Not every party in parliament has got councillors. And the elections of October are not national elections. Parties at local level, we are undermined. Parties at local level, we are not taken serious. So we can't be quite any further regarding how IEC is treating us. IEC was supposed to call what we call PLC, a provincial party liaison committee, or they were supposed to call what we call municipal party liaison committee to consult us. The law is very clear. In terms of Patopili principle, there must be consultation. In terms of PAJA, there must be consultation. So we feel that the IEC is actually undermining. And during the undermining of IEC, this taints its independence. Where we are sitting as Forum for Service Delivery, we are starting to question the independence. We are starting to question whether the elections, whether it's October or February, whether they will be free and fair. We know, we experienced that in 2016, whereby we were being robbed. 2019, there were a lot of faults. People double voting and easily to be removed and all those things. So we will demonstrate, our legal team will demonstrate before the court on the complacency or the laziness of IEC. Actually, we are starting to think whether this IEC must not be dissolved and we put an interim IEC that will take us to elections. Because we cannot have IEC that is tainted. They are conceding. You know, one of the things that they are saying in their papers, they are saying they are asking the Concord to allow them to hold a last voter registration on the 16th and 18th of September. But at the same time, they are saying nothing must happen before October. So there's a lot of contradictions that we must be highlighted in their papers. They are saying, we know we are wrong. We know we are what we are asking, it's impossible. But please, court, allow us. If this thing is allowed, we're gonna have serious problems. We're gonna have a person killing somebody and be allowed, you know, not to be arrested. So we cannot, as Forum for Service Delivery, we are a party that is for law. We are a party that prides itself on electoral reform. We cannot have countries like Nigeria, countries like Malawi, countries like Namibia, all using various methods of voting. But we are still using the 1996 method, the very same method which Brigadier Bam, the first chairperson of IEC, has criticized. The method which the second chairperson of IEC, Panzit Kula, criticized. We are still using the very same method. And Brigadier Bam, in one of his books, she said, the method that we've put in place, it was a temporary method. We cannot allow, you know, so many 26 months. We are still using what we call a temporary method of elections. That's why, as Forum for Service Delivery, we requested and we were assisted by some legal firms to say, we are willing to help you, Forum for Service Delivery. We know you don't have resources, but justice is more than resources. We will make sure that on the 20th of August, the elections must be held as regular as possible. And that's an argument that we will forward before the court. So in clear terms, those are the gist of our papers. I cannot dive as deeper as I can because of the matter is sub judice in terms of law. But we were saying we wanted to paint some picture around IEC. And we are saying there's no way that we can let this to fly. There's a lot of unfairness in this country. There's a lot of unfairness in terms of how IEC runs its affairs, how our laws are crafted in a way that they exclude others. Like for instance, Public Funding Act, it says only parties that are in parliament, only those parties that are at least at provincial legislature must be given money to campaign. But what about parties at local level? Because in terms of chapter 3 of the Constitution, all the spheres of government, that is national, provincial, and local, are equal and interdependent from each other and must respect each other. We are still perplexed. Why are we not funded? Because all the parties with representative, whether local, province, or national, must be funded. And it's surprising because of all these parties with a lot of money that are getting from Parliament and from IEC, that the ones who want election to be postponed, because they know that parties with less resources we will struggle. So we cannot allow that. That's why we are very clear that the elections on the 27th must proceed. So that's the briefing. There's an update that we are giving to the members. There's an update that we are giving to the media. So let me pause from here and I will await questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, President. Any questions? Questions?
Leader Madibu, Councillor Madibu.
Okay, you can come in, Councillor.
Okay. Thank you, leadership. I'd like to greet each and every one of you. This is a beautiful session that you are having today as Forum for Service Delivery. The papers have been filed to go and oppose this IEC postponement. So now my question is about our organization. Are we having a finance to go to court and deal with IEC, because IEC it's an institution that has money. It can appeal our opposement in court in many ways. So are we having that strong financial independence to go for this case? But I want to say we have all the reasons. We have fundamental reasons in terms of law, and the way the president has been presenting this matter, I believe that we are going to win in court. But my worry is that as organization, are we ready financially to go to court? Because I'm worried that IEC might appeal so many times, and so many times may play business monkeys with us. The second question to me is that after winning this battle in court as Forum for Service Delivery, what is the glory for Forum for Service Delivery? I just want to understand that. Now I'm concerned about this, the state of organization in terms of fighting this. I'm not against all the reasons that President has been presenting to us, because they are fundamental, they are fair, they are winnable in court, the way I've listened to them. So those were my two questions. My second question, let me rephrase it again to say, as organization, after winning the case or after losing the case, what will be the impact to our organization? Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, President. Thank you for organizing this kind of a meeting.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other question?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe.
Okay, leaders. Okay.
Wait, leader.
Let's take questions from the members of the media, because they have to go and attend some other issues first. Then. Any question from the members of the media so that we are able to excuse you? Okay, no, then you can proceed with some other hands.
Okay, Leader Lachave, you can get in.
Thank you very much. Let's greet all leadership, the president of the Forum for Service Delivery, all members, and also members of the media. I fully support the statement of the president in the Northwest Province that we must hold the election on the 27th October. The issue of the IEC, I fully agree that they are playing games to make sure the fights of the ANC, we are not going to wait for the date. It's about next year, 2022. We need the election must be 27. I fully support the president. As the Northwest, we are going to support this motion that the election must be postponed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leader. Another question, the last one, Column Nisi.
Oh, thank you. Hello, okay. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, Leader.
Oh,
Proceed.
yeah, thank you, Madam Interim Master of Ceremony. Yeah, I would like to thank everybody who had an opportunity to attend this ceremony, and also my gratitude to the President and the Chairperson. Thank you very much. Oh, actually, mine is just to appreciation that the Forum for Service Delivery would like to stop that precedent that can be set by this case in the event that the IEC win this case, because it can be a series of practice. It can be a customary practice that in our country, when we wish that the election cannot be held this time, I'm not ready. Then I must go to the court. So of course I can set a very bad precedent and reduce this country, of course, to a banana republic, wherever the president that they having been on the city for more than 5 decades, he will always call the election when the situation suit him. It's a dream for a number of the African countries. So I'm very much impressed by the approach that our really organization has just done. Thank you very much, MC.
Okay, thank you, leaders. Leaders, can you please mute your mics? President, you can come in.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me start with the question that was raised earlier. You know, when people think about court, they think about money. Leaders, I'm applauding to you to read the Constitution. I'm applauding to you to reach section 38 of the Constitution. It's very clear on who can approach court. Any person, it says, any person who's got an interest on the matter, or any person representing another person who is interested, or any person representing another organization. Again, we as Forum for Service Delivery, we were being offered Rantomonama Associates. I don't know whether they are here. Rantomonama and Associates. You've got somebody from Rantomonama and Associates. Okay, but Rantomonama and Associates, they have provided to assist us on what we call pro bono. Pro bono is when you don't have money, but you still have to pursue the interest of justice. So they've came forward to assist us on pro bono. So this case will be done on pro bono basis. So there is involved. And fortunately, some of us who have studied law, we are also hands-on in assisting to draft. It is not about having money to go to court. It is not about being worried about money to go to court. It's about that interest. And this case will go a long way, Minister said. It will go a long way. 10 years later, the people of this country will refer on this case. And again, we are not taking IEC to court. We are respondents. We are defending, we are opposing. There's a difference. We are opposing, we are defending. it's IEC that is going to court. Till now we are opposing and to say, no, IEC, no, come back. What do you want to ask court? It's not normal. And if we win or lose, justice doesn't have win or lose. We win or lose, but the message and the representation and the presentation of the interest and the desire of our community will have been protected at all costs. So that's my response around that. And we also appreciate those who are seeing the positiveness in this case. Constitutional Court, there are parties. I know one party that called me last night. They have drafted their own papers. Their own papers. I think it's in Eastern Cape. There's a party in Eastern Cape called Makana, an employment group. They've drafted their papers. I've got a copy of their papers. No lawyer, nothing. They are going to court to ensure that justice is served. So let's remove money out of all these things and focus on the justice. And also to say there are a lot of methods to go to court. If you are worried about money and you don't know other mechanisms that you can write papers on your own, you can get pro bono and all that, then you will always live under pressure or under injustices of institutions like IEC. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. I believe there are no more questions. Anyone who has a question? Anyone? We're taking the last questions, and if so, then we'll allow the president to close. If we do not have any other questions.
Councillor Madibu, yeah?
Okay, thank you very much.
Can I get?
Not open. Thank you much. The matter will be held on the 20th of August, and we are hoping we're going to have about 7 political parties which will be defending this matter. Let's proceed and let's get all the support that we can and ensure that the justice, negative or positive, but the justice is served. Thank you very much for looking in. Stay blessed.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you, the office of the president.
Thank you, President. Thank you, everyone.
The chair of the organization from Pumalanga.
Thank you very much, leadership. Thank you very much. Long live, Forum, long live.
Okay.
Hey, Mutitimi.
Yeah,
How is City of Matosana today?
City of Matosana today is too cold, Baba. But we are kicking. Thank you very much, guys.
Sepe, Titimi. Sepe,
Yeah, boy.
sharp sharp.
Away. Even Narlo Sevizamban. Nakibaka one me ya Matosana.
Oh, let's see.
Away.